Hello, hello! It is now June, and that does mean that we have a brand new Dragon of the Month to get breeding. And that is none other than the DUNKELVIKING Dragon. So DUNKELVIKING is a legendary fire and wind legendary dragon. With him being legendary, I wouldn't really recommend that you use him on a team, but if you do want him for the yearly collection, we're going to be checking out how to do that today. So in order to breed DUNKELVIKING, you'll need to breed together two dragons that have a combination of the water, wind, fire, and plant elements. And of course we could click breed and use hundreds of different combinations. However, I have cut it down to the three best combinations that you can use at any player level today. So the first combination that we're going to use is going to be a combination that doesn't have the highest overall breed chance, but it's going to be a combination that you can use very, very frequently. And that combination is the fire plus nurture combination. And of course, with fire plus nurture, you can also use any other dragon that has the same elements. And so if we pop the fire and nurture dragons into the hatchery here, we've got the new breeding den to take a look at this. We can see that there are a few different dragons that we can breed, but most of them have really short breeding times, such as the smoke, boiling, bead, and rustwater dragons up to agave. But of course we can also breed DUNKELVIKING. And so if we take a look at DML Planner, we can see that there is about a 3.33% chance to breed DUNKELVIKING. But overall, there is an average misbreed time of about 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is really low, and it means that you'll be able to keep coming back to the game really frequently and doing more breeds. So by far, the best combination if you want to breed all the time for the best chance of getting the Dragon of the Month, it would be this combination right here. And so if you don't have the Nurture Dragon and you want an easier breed that actually has the highest breed chance out of any that you can get, then the combination that you should be using then is in fact the Plant plus Imperial Dragons. And again, instead of Imperial, you could use like the Mask Dragon or any of the others that have the same elements, and it will work just as well. And while we're still here, you can see that this combination has just under a 5% chance to breed DUNKELVIKING. It's 4.76, so not far off. And there are only 5 other possible outcomes, but these guys do have slightly higher overall breeding times, especially if you haven't unlocked Elixir and you can breed it. So this one has an average misbreed time of over 4 hours, which is double what the misbreed time is for the other combination, or yeah, it is double it, just over. But if we take a look at this combination in the game, so Plant and Imperial, because I love my beautiful Imperial Dragon, then if we take a look at the possible results here, again, we can see that there are very few dragons that we can actually breed. Melon, Seed, Candy, Leaf, and Agave being the only ones that we can get, apart from, of course, DUNKELVIKING. So if you use a double egg relic with this combination, it will obviously make it a lot better. There are very few possible outcomes. So if you're going to use this combination, I'd suggest you do it when you either are going to sleep, maybe you're going to school or work for a while, or you have a double egg relic active. Those would be the best times to use this combination. But if you don't even have rare dragons to use, which honestly they're not too difficult to breed, there is a combination I've picked out for you, for anyone that just wants to use common dragons. And this one is the Boiling plus Seed combination. And now there are 11 possible outcomes with this breeding combination, but the upside is that you have the chance to breed dragons like Imperial, Agnes, Mask, Agave, Sunflower, all of those ones that you might need, and some that might help you with breeding. But this combination only has a 2.38% chance of breeding DUNKELVIKING, but I think it's worth it for any new players. So once again, we'll take a look at this in-game with this snazzy new breeding, I guess breeding den in general. And so once again, if we check out the possible results, we've got DUNKELVIKING here, and you can see all of those dragons that were just showcased from DML Planner over here. So there's definitely a lot more eggs that you can get from this combination. But again, this is a combination designed for basically brand new players that still want to have a chance of breeding DUNKELVIKING. So, on top of that, things that you can do to increase your chances of breeding DUNKELVIKING this month, of course, include leveling up your breeding dragons, because when you level up your breeding dragons, it does increase your chances of breeding rarer dragons. We don't have the exact odds, but it does increase it, so we highly recommend to at least level up a little bit, at least above level 4. If you could, everyone should be able to afford level 10, unless you are brand new. So I would definitely suggest taking your dragons above level 4. But if you are going to use a breeding combination, of course I would also suggest that you use it in tandem with Kronos, double egg relics, skipping relics, especially if you want to breed them quickly. So once again, if we come back, I guess we should realistically use the best breeding combination. So that's going to be that fire plus nurture dragon combo. And we're going to try and breed for this dragon right now. Because why would not nurture? There we go. So we have these two with this combination with these really short breeding times. So I am going to activate my double egg relic. We're going to use that. And now, if we breed stuff, we will see double eggs. And we can also activate our second breeding den with this as well. But let's go for our first breed. Pachow! We didn't get anything snazzy, but we did get the option of a really short 24-minute breeding time. And this does mean that we can just add skip to get this one out of here really quickly, which is very convenient. So I'm back after watching a Disney Magic Kingdoms ad. Why would it not be Disney Magic Kingdoms every time? And so we are just going to rebreed, and rebreed like crazy, because that's how you get dragons of the month and in general dragons that you want to breed. It's about rebreeding as often and as much as you can. Another rebreed to do. What will we get this time? Let's try again. This time we got slightly longer breeding times, which does mean I'm probably going to be more likely to use things like relics, but in this case we've got Kronos. So before we use Kronos, make sure everything is done. I wish that those were 6-hour food instead of 1-hour food. I am a fool. Oh well, it's done. Let's unleash. And so then this will take off the timers of some of the other dragons in the hatchery. But this is how you breed dragons nice and quick. Sometimes you might not get them on your first or your 5th or even your 10th attempt. But it's about coming back all the time and being consistent with your rebreed. So let's go again. What do we get? Slightly longer breeding times, but an hour is fine. I think we've still got plenty of ad skips for this one. So we will do that right now. Rebreed, let's rebreed again. That's not what I wanted, but let's pick the epic so that we get more DCP. Another one. Nope. Okay. Is this the one? It ain't. Another try? Yes. Another try. Go! So you saw how many breeding attempts I just did there? That is normal. Sometimes it might take you 10 tries, it might take you 50 tries. But as long as you're consistently rebreeding like this, then sooner or later you are likely to run into your new DUNKELVIKING dragon. And again, if you want to see this simulated without wasting, I guess, valuable time in your hatchery and breeding dens, then you can go onto the DML Planner website and click the simulate button and see what it does there. So for instance, you can breed 50 times and see how many Dunkelvikings you get, and in this case, there were 7 Dunkelvikings, which is actually incredibly high. What the heck? That's a really high amount of Dunkelvikings, but that can happen. It could happen on your first attempt or your 100th attempt. You just got to keep rebreeding as often as you possibly can. So anyway, that is pretty much everything that you should need to know about breeding this dragon of the month. But if you do want to share any of your breeding success or just chat, then please feel free to join my Discord server where we post DML news. There's a friend code section and all sorts of random stuff that you can get involved with if you want to. But anyway, I appreciate you joining me today. Good luck breeding Dunkelviking. And until next time, I hope to see you then.